Welcome everyone to today's session. Today I want to talk about balancing love with wisdom on the path of spirituality as you start to move into more loving ways, loving the world. You will come to a point where its next expression is it to be balanced, in balance, it to meet and have a discussion with, befriend wisdom. Wisdom as a next step of its evolution, ultimately your evolution, where it even enhances your expression, you expressing love, you embodying love, you giving to the world. So how do we do that? By tuning into the different energy and frequency of what it means to be, what it means for you, wisdom, or what it universally means, wisdom. And note the difference. In my opinion, I would say that wisdom is more an expression of the intellect and the mind. It gets more channeled through here, and the emotion is where you would find love. Both are, there is no higher or lower, better or worse, or more, but you will see that you want to create the yin and yang image and experience of both uniting. That's, if you will, the end goal of this journey. And it's not that you will have to give up or you will become less loving per se, but you will see that both parts of the experience are equally valid, but ultimately that's where the next kind of transformed or metamorphosis kind of version of that love will be merging into. We're talking here about you. So that being again an equally valid experience, where you would see, you would take that as a training experience for yourself. Part of your own evolution, and train in that, use that as a training ground for your spiritual practice, development, and growth. And so one, it helps me to set boundaries. Two, my elusive or more naive sides of me, of undirected love, just simply don't get me into trouble. And generally in most areas of life, I would say. Now that you will start to explore and discover different timelines where you can start to feel and see you as a visionary seeker, creative, giving your crafts to the world, your service, and have more a sense of stability and ground, but also a cutting through let's say tendencies to self-sabotage, get distracted, get lost in certain things, or simply getting astray or getting off path. You create shortcuts or more some people call it acceleration in reaching the attraction or manifestation of this version of yourself as an experiential, energetical experience in the here and now, but also in a very practical sense of maybe getting there 5 years sooner than a normal person would with normal belief systems, and you get the point. So what I mean by that is that first, the expansion of the heart, embracing humanity, and secondly, trailblazing the path from empowerment, using knowledge, information, and wisdom that is in the field, in the world, I'm talking about the plane where you project and direct, create the path for yourself, And I'm guiding here only visionary seekers, big thinkers and forward thinkers, and people who want to create movements. Not a new shop or a new brand. It's more the thing behind it and the reason behind it and the meaning behind it. It can express in any way, but and these are going to manifest in very unconventional ways of expression of being very radically new and gonna basically move the earth, humanity, move the collective into a new direction in any kind of area. Could be anything really, but what comes to mind for me is the world of movie or music or arts, or how to make business, and or leading other visionary seekers that need your guidance. So super helpful. I mean, it's an inevitable step that you will have to take in order to step up, in order to get it done, in order to, and I'm not talking about the small thing like the option B, or because you kind of let's just, okay, maybe this is not for now, or maybe this is not for me, and you have to take it in the here and now. You have to, whenever the thought comes, can I do that? If you didn't get to the yes, you will have to take your time, find the right moment, dig in until you find the yes, and keep it to yourself. But this is where the choice will lead you towards the guiding aspect of myself, where I will support you in these videos, and where we will journey together into making that happen. So you have felt the love, the expansion, the connection with the universe. Now you want to bring it into this plane, and that has to come with the merging and the meeting of it with the wisdom. The wisdom, or just the cutting through quality of the mind and the intellect. That for some reasons I feel it doesn't really have it has maybe a masculine energy more than the feminine energy of the emotion heart. I'm not talking about men and women here, but once both of them are merged, that's when there can be a complete completing as a verb or an adjective, something that always brings that which is not complete into completion, whether it's an emotional state you need right now, a material manifestation that you need right now, whether it's an experience you need right now, a friendship you need right now, anything that you need right now. From that sense of love and self-love into the action, expression, actualization, getting it done aspect of your vision, your purpose, your gift, if not directed with the wisdom, it will not have a container to take form and shape. So how do we practice? How do we know it's wisdom? Because love is very sure about everything, and it can be very loose, and this is where your sincerity, your honesty, life or death, kind of willingness and how do you call it? These rare 1% people that live their lives like you and me, but they had this thing, they had this where what is it? And you can use your heart, your love to, the openness to have it as an open-ended receptivity, allowance of whatever it may be. I'm ready to give it all up to know what is missing in my blindness of the love. If you so are convinced that you're not that you're not totally fooling yourself. If you haven't reached there, then you are unripe for this exercise. But let's say you have accepted the fact that love is blind, and blind people need guidance, then you will be able to start to open your eyes and see the empire that belong to you. And once you get closer, and you're kind of trying to use tricks and trying to bring your ego in, or not fully let go of certain things and not fully open to receive, then it will be like the oasis in the desert where suddenly you get close and it disappears. Where has it gone? Or where have I gone? That's the distinction. Complete.